Well, we all know what a great place Morgan's Wonderland is. Bill Taylor loves to mention it during weather, but now it's adding a unique Goodwill ambassador. This guy comes from a military background as well. Eyewitness News military reporter Luke Simons introduces us to Sergeant Segway.
Amongst the kids, the rides, and all the fun at Morgan's Wonderland,
welcome to the Wonderland,
is possibly the biggest kid of them all.
I have a great time out here. Go!
Now you're hearing this right. His real name is Thomas Thomas.
All those forms last name first, I've never made a mistake.
But here at Morgan's Wonderland, he's the newest Goodwill ambassador, Sergeant Segway.
San Antonio is a military town. We have so many wonderful bases here, so many people who are in the military now, who have been in the military, who have served and who fought for our freedom. So it makes sense here in Wonderland to extend that message of inclusion to include our service folks as well.
Sitting on an alley chair, which is basically a sit-down Segway, and donning his Semper Fun helmet, Sergeant Segway is there to make sure everyone at the park is having a good time.
Come on, Mr. Engineer. Toot, toot.
Like many of the people that visit, Sergeant Segway's physical disability is in the open for all to see.
For the kids, if I can just show them to stay positive no matter what, that's probably the biggest thing.
Thomas chuckles when talking about his military career and how quick it was. He joined the Marine Corps in February of 1968. 5 months later, he was sent to Vietnam, and barely 1 month into his first deployment, he was shot in the leg by a .50 caliber bullet and airlifted home. He spent 3 years in the hospital. Eventually, his leg was amputated. And despite all of that,
I mean, it can be tougher. Your problems are not as bad as the other people's problems.
It's not just his disability he talks about. He also has a story of how he got there.
What happened to your leg?
Oh, I got shot in Vietnam.
Kids aren't the only ones visiting the park. Older men and women, even veterans visit. And Sergeant Segway's story is there for them too.
Everyone is accepted in this park, and it's a fabulous idea and a fabulous way to live, to have everyone be accepting to one another.
From Morgan's Wonderland in Military City, USA, Luke Simons, KENS 5, Eyewitness News.